Progress is not always determined by speed. Many people begin fast, driven by excitement, fueled by temporary motivation, energized by the thrill of something new. But as challenges appear, as obstacles grow, as uncertainty begins to test their confidence, their pace changes. Doubt slows them down, fear redirects them, distractions pull them away, and slowly the distance between where they started and where they intended to go becomes wider than they expected. The people who ultimately travel the greatest distance are rarely the loudest starters. They are the ones whose minds remain steady when the journey becomes uncomfortable. An unshaken mind is not a mind that never feels pressure. It is a mind that refuses to surrender direction because of pressure. It feels the same uncertainty, the same tension, the same difficulty that everyone else experiences. But instead of reacting impulsively, it stays anchored to purpose. That stability becomes a quiet advantage. While others pause to recover from emotional swings, the steady thinker continues moving. While others lose time doubting themselves, the composed individual continues building. Over months and years, this difference in emotional steadiness creates a massive difference in results. Every long journey tests patience. There will always be periods where effort seems larger than the reward, where recognition is delayed, where progress is subtle rather than dramatic. In those moments, unstable thinking becomes dangerous. A restless mind constantly searches for faster outcomes, easier paths, and immediate validation. It changes direction too often, abandons plans too early, and trades long-term growth for short-term comfort. An unshaken mind does the opposite. It understands that meaningful advancement often looks slow from the inside, and it continues forward even when the pace feels modest. Calm persistence has a unique power. It allows energy to be used efficiently. People who constantly react emotionally waste enormous amounts of mental strength on frustration, comparison, and worry. Their attention shifts repeatedly, their focus becomes scattered, and even when they work hard, their effort lacks consistency. Someone with an unshaken mind protects their focus. They are not easily distracted by temporary setbacks or by the visible progress of others. Their attention stays directed toward the process, and because their effort remains concentrated, each step they take carries more impact. Challenges are unavoidable, but instability is optional. Difficult situations will always exist, and expected problems, criticism, delays, losses, competition, and uncertainty. The difference is not whether these experiences appear. The difference is how deeply they disturb your thinking. If every challenge shakes your confidence, progress becomes irregular. Some days you move forward strongly, other days you hesitate, and the overall momentum weakens. But when your thinking remains grounded, even difficult days contribute to forward motion. The pace might slow temporarily, yet the direction never changes. One of the greatest strengths a person can develop is emotional endurance. Physical endurance allows someone to continue despite fatigue. Emotional endurance allows someone to continue despite discouragement. Many people underestimate how important this quality is. They train skills, they collect information, they set goals, but they do not train their ability to remain steady when results fluctuate. Without emotional endurance, even talented individuals struggle to travel far, because every setback feels heavier than it actually is. With emotional endurance, obstacles become manageable. They are treated as part of the journey rather than as signs to stop. An unshaken mind also makes clearer decisions. Stress often pushes people toward rushed choices, quitting too early, reacting aggressively, abandoning strategies that simply needed more time. When the mind stays steady, decisions are guided by long-term thinking instead of temporary emotion. This alone can dramatically change outcomes. Many failures are not caused by lack of ability, but by poorly timed decisions made under emotional pressure. Stability protects judgment, and protected judgment protects progress. Distance in life is rarely measured by how intense your effort is on your best days. It is measured by how consistent your movement is across all days, including the difficult ones. Anyone can perform strongly when conditions are favorable. The true separator is how someone performs when conditions are uncertain, when confidence feels lower, when the reward is not yet visible. The individual whose mind remains steady during those phases continues accumulating progress while others pause. Over time, that quiet accumulation creates significant separation. Comparison often shakes people more than failure itself. Seeing others move ahead quickly can create impatience, and impatience leads to unnecessary changes, switching goals, abandoning plans, chasing shortcuts that appear promising but lack stability. An unshaken mind respects individual timing. It recognizes that sustainable success grows differently for each person, and instead of competing emotionally, it competes through consistency. This approach prevents wasted energy and keeps progress aligned with long-term objectives. Stability does not mean lack of ambition. It means ambition guided by control. Highly driven individuals sometimes believe intensity alone guarantees advancement. But without mental steadiness, intensity becomes inconsistent. Some days are extremely productive, while others are lost to frustration or distraction. Controlled ambition, supported by an unshaken mindset, produces steady forward motion every day. That steadiness becomes more powerful than occasional bursts of effort because it compounds continuously. There will always be voices, external and internal, that attempt to interrupt your focus. Opinions, criticism, temporary setbacks, unexpected delays, and moments of self-doubt can all try to redirect your attention away from your path. If your mind reacts to every voice, your direction changes too often to travel far. When your mind remains centered, those voices lose their influence. You hear them, but they do not control your movement. Your steps remain aligned with your purpose rather than with temporary noise. Confidence built on stability is different from confidence built on excitement. Excitement fades quickly when results slow down. Stable confidence grows gradually, built through repeated proof that you can continue regardless of circumstances. Every time you maintain direction despite difficulty, your mind learns that persistence is possible. Over time, this belief becomes deeply rooted, and once it is rooted, it becomes difficult for temporary challenges to disturb it. Long-term achievement is less about dramatic moments and more about sustained movement. Many people imagine success as a sudden breakthrough, but in reality, it is usually the outcome of thousands of small, consistent steps taken without interruption. Those steps require a mind that does not stop moving simply because the path becomes demanding. An unshaken thinker understands that progress accumulates quietly before it becomes visible, and this understanding allows them to remain patient while others grow restless. Resilience is often described as the ability to recover after being knocked down. An unshaken mind adds another dimension, the ability to remain balanced even before the fall occurs. When balance is maintained, many potential setbacks never grow large enough to stop progress. Emotional control prevents small obstacles from becoming major disruptions, and as a result, the journey continues with fewer interruptions. The distance you travel in life is not decided only by how strong you are when everything goes right. It is decided by how steady you remain when things temporarily go wrong. Every journey includes uncertainty, but not every traveler allows uncertainty to control their thinking. Those who keep their direction steady, who continue moving even when the pace feels slow, who protect their focus despite distractions, gradually discovered that they have traveled much farther than those who relied only on bursts of motivation. Movement powered by stability may look quiet from the outside, but over time it becomes unstoppable. While others start and stop, change direction repeatedly, or abandon their path too early, the unshaken mind keeps advancing step by step. Distance does not appear dramatic in a single day, yet over years it becomes extraordinary. And when people finally notice how far someone has come, it often seems sudden, even though the journey was built through countless steady steps taken without losing direction.